Well, hello, and welcome everyone. I'm Helene, and I've put together some various footage from February when my husband and I drove up to the ski resort while we were there and on our way back down with some additional photos inserted here and there. And yes, this is the beginning of spring, but I thought, beauty is beauty, and this might be a really nice time to just go ahead and share it with you. We had a great day together, and I got to test out the gear for my newly found love of snowshoeing. I'll be your tour guide with points of interest along the way, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy the scenery. We're starting out on Flowery Trail Road in the little town of Chewelah. It's a Native American name for those who may not recognize. And it's just about 10 miles, little under 20 minutes, depending on the season, weather, and road conditions, of course, from 49 Degrees Ski Resort. And that's for longitude, latitude, not temperature. 49 degrees north is part of the Colville National Forest in Stevens County of northeastern Washington State. It has a base elevation of 3,922 feet, 1,196 meters, with the top elevation of 5,774 feet, 1,760 meters. It's a relatively small ski resort, really nice and wonderfully peaceful. Funny thing, we didn't know they were closed that day, but there was a really helpful and nice attendant who directed us where we needed to go. And they have a little box to pay on the honor system by a yurt, which you will also see when we get there. Now, my husband was really great at his attempt to film some what I hope would be really good and longer footage of me in motion doing the snowshoeing, but unfamiliar with my phone, we just got a few second clips which I've pieced together, and it's enough to at least see. But the best footage that he got was of the steering wheel and the dashboard. Oh well. I did get out, walk around, and film a bit at the one ski lift area where we stopped. Really pretty views, some interesting things to show you, and beautiful, fun wood carvings. It was really remarkable this year that the snow melted as early as it did in town. Made it great for walking around while the mountains still got their snowpack and the moisture that we need. Okay, well, I'm going to stop talking for now until we come up on some things that I want to point out. So enjoy the music and the drive as we make our way up the mountain. And away we go. There's sure a lot of granite around here, north and south surrounding areas. And as we start to climb, you're going to see a really cool looking ice wall of granite on your right. And I mean that literally too. I just find it so interesting and hope you will too, the change of scenery and terrain as we climb and then descent, at which point we start seeing more and more snow and all of those types of things. And oftentimes around here, the higher we go, the bluer than blue the skies get because we're rising above any low cloud cover, haze, or fog that might be rolling in. And here we are coming up on some iced over granite on both sides of the road. And now we are officially entering Colville National Forest. Oh, so exciting! Getting closer and almost there, folks. And just ahead, you can see an area with one of the ski runs. I had just zoomed in my camera, and in just a sec, you'll see the actual distance from where we really were. Okay, so at this point we turned right, went a little bit past the yurt, then turned right again, kept going just a little bit. Sorry for the glare and really making those dirty spots show up on the windows. Oh, and by the way, that's a de-icing truck that's ahead of us. And then we came upon another crossroads, and I kind of felt a little bit like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. Which way to go? So we decided to turn right and head on up to the main ski resort check-in area. That heavy equipment to the left are snow trail groomers, and to the right is the main parking area. We looked at the road, down at the ground, and at each other, and we're like, okay, this is interesting. This road now is one solid block of ice, but if you see where the sun is shining, there are some spots where it had melted enough down to asphalt so I could obstacle course stepping stone my way across, and then I walked left where that blue sign is there on the left, and I just stayed real close and up on the snow, and then used my snowshoe trekking poles to just help give some balance, and there was enough traction, and that worked out just fine. It really wasn't far to the building at all. It just kind of seemed that way. Then I walked through the breezeway of the building, around back, up to the top of the flight of stairs where I filmed live, and I'm just going to let that roll from here. There are the lifts, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful. What a gorgeous, perfect day for this. Check out the stairs. That'll grip your feet. And here where the restrooms are. And this is pretty neat. Shows you all the different runs and ski areas. And then over here, beautiful bench with carved bears. This bear is skiing and that one is snowboarding. How funny is that? Oh, how cute. Even has a little, looks like he has a hat on with a little pom-pom on top. It's closed today. That's okay. We brought snacks. All right, and I'll see you back over at the trail area where I'm going to test out my snowshoes. Then we turned around back over to the yurt area where there's that really nice groomed trail, gentle rolling hills, which is shared both by snowshoers and skiers. And skiers actually have the right-of-way, and I learned that from research on trail etiquette to be sure I was in the right spot and walking in the right area or side of the trail. And that is so the trail itself doesn't get chewed up from the crampons, which are the sharp grips with teeth on the bottom that bite into the snow for traction. And now it's time for those short clips that I put together of me in action. And I tell you, it is really true what I've read and people said about snowshoeing, that if you can walk and enjoy getting out there, you can do it. It was so much easier than I thought, super fun and invigorating. And I tell you, you guys, I had such a blast. I did walk down the trail a little bit and back, but for the most part, I stayed where I was visible because I was the only one there on the trail. The other people had already gone down, and I do realize, after all, that we are in wildlife country. And alas, it was time to pack up and go back, but what a wonderful shared time together. And then we stopped for some burgers on our way back down and a really nice close to the end of a fantastic afternoon. And now some more scenic views from a different angle and direction as we head back down the mountain. Wow, and how about that being higher than the trees, huh? Coming up in just a sec is another picture I took on the way back down of nature's fascinating display with a sheet of icicles hanging off the rock. As you saw in the title, this day was on 2/20/2020, and as we arrived back down at 2:20 p.m., we pulled over to take it all in one more time. We sure enjoyed sharing this with you and hope that it gave you a bright spot in your day. All right, take care everyone, and as always, I will see you soon.